Imagine that you are one of the jurors in the jury box listening to testimony in this imaginary trial. Imagine also that Bob Gaddis is the expert witness, and the attorney has just asked him to briefly summarize his 50 years of experience that qualifies him to give expert testimony in this case.
Hello, my name is Bob Gaddis, and I'm principal of Complex Insurance Consulting. At the beginning of my career was right after I got out of undergraduate college, and I went to work for an insurance company that was an international insurance company, had offices all over the nation and all over the world. My role was to become an underwriter. And as most of you probably understand, an underwriter is the one decision maker that accepts risk or declines risk or something in between. They price it or they do deductibles or whatever they need to do. To do that, I had to go to their formal training program, which I did. After that, I got back to Houston and went into a cross training for claims. After that, I was on my way to be an underwriter. So as time developed, I would have advanced authorities on underwriting. And then over a period of time, it became necessary, and they approached me and said, we need you to talk to the claims department because they have inquiries about some of the policies and wanted you to be the person that they talk to for policy intent. And that's what I did in addition to my underwriting functions. After a while of that kind of activity, the home office decided that the Houston office needed to be one of the first field offices to have a major lines department in it. Now, all the major lines underwriting occurred in New York City, but they decided to open an office in Houston and they asked me to run it. A major lines account is an account that had a demarcation of a certain amount of premium back in the 70s. The equivalent to that today is about $1 million. So these would be accounts that by today's standards would be $1 million premium and up, and they would take on all manner of different distinctions from the run-of-the-mill policies. Loved it, couldn't get enough of it, very creative, had a chance to do manuscript policies, manuscript endorsements, and the premium calculations that were totally unlike anything I'd ever known. So anyway, I did that for them, and then I was hired by an international insurance agency. This agency had a number of these major line accounts in their office that they needed handling. So I was assigned certain ones and went to work for them as an assistant vice president, promoted to a vice president. So first part of my job was to negotiate coverages for these either oil companies or construction companies or real estate firms, negotiate coverages and also negotiate premiums. In addition, I would be involved in the claims because from time to time they would have conflicts where the policyholder did not agree with the claim handling by the insurance company. So I had to get involved and make an assessment of whether or not the insurance company or the adjuster was keeping the standard of care that they should be keeping in handling those claims, work out those issues. There came a time when I'd been there, my total time at the agency was a decade, and I'd been there towards the end of that decade and decided to go to law school. So I went to law school at night while I was working at the agency, and then when I got out of law school, I went into the active practice of law. Now that was 1983, so I've been doing that now through today, all those years. But in 2010, I was offered the opportunity to handle some expert witness cases, and I tried them and I really enjoyed them. So I've kept doing them since that time. During that time, from 2010 to today, I've done somewhere in excess of 100 expert witness cases. I hope you found this useful information in getting to know more about Complex Insurance Consulting, and I want to thank you for visiting the website.